Summer is here, and that can often mean festivals, holidays, and road trips. So on today's episode of Adulting 101 with the Daily Aus, we are looking at what you should know before you go on a road trip. I thought I would get the person who literally never stops going on holidays. Sam.
Are you serious? I've taken one holiday in 5 years.
And it was for like 5 months or something.
Yeah, it's called a honeymoon. It was 1 month and it was called a honeymoon. It was great to get to know my wife.
What trips do you have planned for this summer?
I've got Beyond the Valley Music Festival down in Victoria and then going to Japan with 13 of my best friends.
You're road tripping to Japan?
Well, no, that would be very wet.
Okay, Sam, so today I will be quizzing you on what you need to know before you go on your many road trips. I don't know if it will help you with your trip to Japan.
No.
But
to Victoria. Yep.
I think that it will be helpful.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, Sam, so you're going to Victoria. You have a lot of stuff in the car. You've got your doona, your pillow, maybe a tent. Sometimes that can block the mirror. Is that legal?
I feel like fully blocking your view of the mirror would be illegal.
Right, but not just fully, partly as well. You have to have a clear view of the road.
No 6-foot people in the back seat, sure.
No, you can have people as long as there's no other things obstructing your view of the road, either in front of you or behind you.
Good to know.
Good to know.
That's why there's those covers on the boot.
Good point.
Thanks.
I never thought of that.
Neither, just until right now.
Hello, Billy here from TDA. We have just looked at our YouTube analytics and 95% of you who are watching our videos aren't subscribing. If you want to help independent media like us grow, the best way you can do that is by pressing subscribe. Thank you so much, and back to the video. All road rules do vary from state and territories. In New South Wales, where we are, do you know how many demerit points you could lose if you are caught with an obstructed view of the road?
I'd say it's 3 points.
3 points, that is right.
Is it?
3 points. Do you know what the fine is?
It's always weird numbers. 476.
Close, $410.
Wow, okay. That's a serious fine.
You're going to Melbourne. It is a long ride.
10.5 hours.
10.5 hours.
Yep.
How often should you be taking rests?
I'd say a good rule of thumb is probably 2 hours. Is that
That's right.
Yeah.
How long do you think you should be resting for?
15 minutes? Is that right?
You must take a lot of road trips.
I do take, and I love those little spots. They're always beautiful. There's a bit of like a kind of, bench situations.
How long do you think is the maximum time you should be driving on a long road trip in a day?
You probably shouldn't be doing no more than Sydney to Melbourne in a day. So I'd put it at like 10 or 11 hours.
It's 10 hours.
Okay.
So 10.5 hours, not going to work. You're going to have to split that into 2 days.
Well, that's often what we do, right?
Is it?
Yeah, stay in a motel for a night and...
Love that.
Yeah.
Could you not say hotel because you're worried you're out of touch?
Yeah.
When you go to the motels, what's your favourite pub dinner? What's your go-to?
Chicken palmy or parma, depending on which side of the border I'm on.
What's the difference between chicken palmy and a parma?
There's no difference. It's about how you say it.
Oh. Next question. Can you name us 2 ways in which you should check your tyres before you're going on a road trip?
We're in PSI territory.
PSI?
It's the way that you measure how dense the air is in a tyre at a petrol station. Oh. So you put in the little hose.
Obviously.
You take off the little cap, you put in the hose, and then the machine will tell you what your PSI is. And on the inside of the tyre, it says what it should be. One of my passions.
Just like road tripping.
Yeah.
Okay, so make sure that your tyres are pumped. That's the first one. I want a second way in which you should check your tyres before you go road tripping. There's a really simple one.
Like look for a nail in the tyre or something. Make sure there's 4 of them on the car. Make sure you have a spare tyre.
Spare tyre.
Hey.
Great one.
Nice.
I have gone on a very long road trip and busted a tyre and then realised that we didn't have a spare tyre.
And making sure you've got all the tools and the little tyre changing kit as well is pretty important.
Yes, we keep awkwardly touching hands. If you could just keep your hands separate. You and I have spent many hours in a car together.
We have, in a professional setting.
Obviously. What is the one thing that we always do when we're in a car together?
Sing Taylor Swift.
I wasn't going to bring up Taylor Swift.
And by we, I mean you sing at me.
And then I explain to you the stories of the song.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah.
Because there is nothing more that we love than singing in the car together.
Yeah.
And because now you're a certified adult, I think you adequately knew enough of the road rules because you're always going on road trips.
Unbelievable.
I have a prize for you.
Yes.
Do you know what it is?
No.
Can you tell now?
CDs. Kath and Kim's Party Tape.
I thought you'd like that one.
Paul Kelly Stolen Apples, an Australian classic. Very good. The Sound of White, Missy Higgins. And Shannon Knoll.
A classic Aussie road trip.
Can I
have
just-
only Australian artists.
Can I also just bust you for something? This says sample products not for sale. That looks like free merch.
This is called re-gifting. We all got to do it sometimes.